What's going on, YouTube? Today starts hang on, y'all gotta see this big boy down here. He's coming up to pee in our yard. He loves to torment our dogs, so he comes up here to pee on our stuff. Hey buddy, hey buddy, you a good boy? You a good boy? So today starts a series I want to do on the Cummins, talking about all the different maintenance items that you would need to do to keep your truck in top running condition. Today we're going to be focusing on the radiator. With the upcoming cold temperatures, I want to make sure that the cooling system is in top working order, that way that I don't have any issues through the winter. At one point I had to add coolant to the truck, and I added some water here the last time, and I'm not sure where the mixture's at, so that's the reason that we're going to be draining it and refilling it. There are two ways to maintain your cooling system. You can flush it. I highly recommend this if it's a car that you just got and you see it's kind of dirty or whatever. But with this, with it just being me driving it since the last time that I did this 3 or 4, maybe 5 years ago now, I don't see the point in flushing it, because I would have to make sure I emptied the whole system and then redone it all again. I'm going to drain everything out that I can, but I'm not going to run a back flush through it or anything else. I'm just going to be draining and filling it. So that's what I'm here to show you guys. Okay, so we have everything set up ready to drain. This is antifreeze that we're going to put back in it. It's GO5. So there is our bottom radiator hose right there. So in a lot of the cars and trucks that you'll see, the bottom radiator hose is not as low as your drain cock. So the drain cock is right here for our radiator. So this is significantly lower than where the bottom hose is. So that's going to allow us to just simply open the drain cock, open the top of the radiator, and it's going to drain. So let me get you the camera out of the way. I'm going to open this up. So let's get the draining going. One thing that I'd like to point out that you guys should do if you're servicing your radiator, and that's the reason that it is so wet, take a water hose, and don't get crazy with like a pressure washer or nothing, but you need to wash all of this space out, wash all of these things down as good as you can, because it traps dirt and builds heat, and your truck will be running a little hotter than it should. It's always a good idea just to spray as much of it down as you can. So I finished the drain, and as you can see, the petcock right there. Just wanted to give a word of advice. Sometimes they can come out a little bit, and you'll have to push on them and twist when you reseal, and it's a little bit aggravating. I had that problem with this truck, so just wanted to put that out there as a FYI. That way, in case you have it, you're not sitting there trying to figure out if you broke something or not. So now we're ready for our fill. So I'm going to try to set you guys up here. That way you guys can watch the process. I let it drain for about an hour, maybe more. You always want to start with water. That way you can check for leaks. I know my system, or I know I only took the petcock out on this one, so it's really not so much about checking for a leak, but it's always a good habit, just in case you were to forget to put the petcock in, you would not be spilling antifreeze on the ground. You also want to use distilled water. You don't want to use tap water, because of the chemicals or whatever that's in it that corrodes the engine. And if you guys ever pull an engine apart that's had tap water put in it, I promise you, you can tell the difference. I know a lot of people say it doesn't matter, but it's really not like a thing that you notice right away. It's something that gets you a couple, 3 years down the road, maybe longer, depending on your use and things like that. But tap water does make a huge difference in an engine. Okay, so at 16 quarts, I got my first bubble. So now I know I'm really close. I have a little over 16 quarts in. So one thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna get an air bubble. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna start the engine and turn the heater on. That way we suck it back through there to try to get the air bubble out. And one other side note, I took my degas bottle out, emptied it out, and I have already filled it up partially with coolant. So that, your degas bottle is also gonna be part of what your overall quarts that you need. So look at our heat control, wide open, defrost. Can you hear that? This helps get your bubbles out of the system. Okay guys, this takes a little while, so you need to work at doing this because it's really important to get these bubbles out of the system. It turned out really well. I have about 20 quarts by the time I filled my degas bottle over there. I've got about 20 quarts in it. Everything is looking good. I cycled the truck a couple of times, running it, letting it suck everything back through, trying to get all the air bubbles out, and then refilling it. Hope you guys found this helpful, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.